Welcome to Law Logical. Today we continue our exploration of private international law with a focus on divorce in cross-border marriages involving an Indian spouse. Private international law, often termed as conflict of laws, deals with questions that arise when a legal issue transcends international borders. Imagine a couple, one from India and the other from France, deciding to part ways. Which country's law applies? How are assets divided? What about child custody? These are the types of questions private international law aims to address. In today's globalized world, such marriages are becoming more common, making this area of law increasingly relevant. It helps determine not just which country's courts have jurisdiction over a divorce case, but also which nation's laws will be used to resolve it. This becomes particularly crucial when one of the spouses is Indian, as India's legal system has unique characteristics that can significantly influence the proceedings. Understanding the legal frameworks at play can significantly impact the outcomes of such divorces. Navigating through a divorce in a cross-country marriage involves understanding multiple legal systems. When one of the spouses is Indian, the situation introduces a unique set of legal frameworks that need to be untangled. It's vital to grasp the basics of these legal principles to effectively manage the complexities that arise in such divorces. Let's start with the domicile principle. Domicile is a legal concept used to determine which country's law applies to various aspects of a person's life, including marriage and divorce. It essentially refers to the country that a person considers their permanent home or lives in with the intention to remain for an indefinite period. In cross-country marriages, determining the domicile is crucial as it influences which courts have the jurisdiction to handle the divorce proceedings. Next, we delve into the concept of habitual residence. Unlike domicile, habitual residence is determined by where the person lives their day-to-day life. It's based on actual residence rather than the intention to reside. For international couples, habitual residence plays a key role in deciding which country's laws will govern the divorce process. This is particularly important when spouses live in different countries or have moved frequently between countries. The role of Indian courts in these scenarios cannot be overstated. Indian courts generally have jurisdiction to handle a divorce case if the couple was married under Hindu Marriage Act or Special Marriage Act, regardless of their current residence. However, the complexity arises when other countries' legal systems come into play, especially concerning the enforcement of court orders across borders. Understanding these frameworks, domicile, habitual residence, and the jurisdiction of Indian courts, provides a foundational knowledge that is essential for anyone navigating an international divorce. These are not just legal terms, but are beacons that guide the legal proceedings in cross-country marital disputes. Grasping these principles is the first step towards navigating your legal journey. Let's decode some legal jargon to make your understanding clearer. When it comes to divorce in cross-border marriages, the term jurisdiction is pivotal. Jurisdiction refers to the authority of a court to hear and decide a case. In the context of international divorce, it determines which country's courts can make decisions about your marital dissolution. For instance, if an Indian spouse and their American partner decide to divorce, either the Indian or American courts might have jurisdiction, depending on where the couple lives, where they got married, or where they have substantial connections. Next up, conflict of laws, a phrase that sounds like a plot from a courtroom drama, but is actually a set of rules used to determine which legal system and laws are applicable to a given legal dispute. In cross-border divorces, these rules help decide which country's laws will govern the proceedings. Imagine a scenario where an Indian woman married in Sweden wishes to file for divorce in India. The conflict of laws rules will guide whether Indian courts apply Swedish law or vice versa. Moving on to recognition of foreign judgments. This term is crucial when a divorce decree issued in one country needs to be accepted and enforced in another. If a British-Indian couple divorces in the UK and the Indian spouse returns to India, the Indian legal system must recognize the UK divorce decree for it to be effective in India. With these terms, you're better equipped to understand the legal discussions around your case. Knowing the law is one thing, but dealing with it practically is another. When it comes to cross-border divorces, especially with an Indian spouse, the practical challenges can be as daunting as the mountains of legal paperwork. Let's explore some of these challenges, starting with child custody. Child custody in international divorces isn't just about who the child lives with. It involves navigating the laws of two countries. For instance, one country might favor joint custody, while another might lean towards sole custody to one parent. This can lead to a tug-of-war where the laws of one country clash with those of another, making the process not only longer but also emotionally taxing for all parties involved. Moving on to property division, another minefield. Different countries have different approaches to dividing marital assets. While one might enforce an equal split, another might consider factors like the duration of the marriage or each spouse's economic status. This can mean that a couple might have to fight their legal battles in multiple jurisdictions, each with its own set of rules and interpretations of fairness. Spousal support, or alimony, further complicates matters. Jurisdictions vary significantly in their approach to spousal support. Some might award it generously to cushion the economic effect of a divorce, while others might be more restrained. Navigating these differences demands not only legal expertise, but also strategic planning and negotiations. Each case has unique challenges, but knowing what to expect can prepare you for the road ahead. Thank you for joining us today at Law Logical. In today's journey through the maze of private international law, it's clear that understanding the legal intricacies of divorce in cross-country marriages with an Indian spouse is more than just beneficial, it's essential. Whether navigating jurisdiction issues or understanding which laws apply, the stakes are high and the challenges real. If today's conversation has illuminated some of the complexities you or someone you know might be facing, remember, knowledge is power. Engage with us by hitting that like button and sharing this video. It helps spread valuable information that could potentially assist others in similar situations. Don't just stop there. Subscribe to Law Logical. Stay updated as we unravel more about the laws that impact our lives across borders. Whether you're knee-deep in legal studies or just curious about how international laws intersect, we're here to provide clarity and insight. Have any questions or want to share your experience? Drop a comment below and join the discussion. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on private international law. See you in our next video.